Alright, that's my student ID, Zach Schlotter, right there, and here is my audience, boom, and there's 5, she will be holding it while I talk. Alright, now, is a career in video game design the dream job for an avid video game player? Obviously, simply possessing the skills to beat games and enjoying playing them does not automatically qualify someone for a position in the design industry. But if you're willing to invest the time, the effort, the skills necessary to become a video game designer, you'll find a lot of different career opportunities available in today's job market. But video game design is a field that requires computer programming as well as the creativity to develop the engaging storylines that are accompanied by the exciting graphics and all the sound effects. But these skills enable the designer to develop games that are interactive and entertaining, and that they will have a chance of being commercially successful. But as game design is a very creative process, a vivid imagination in addition to technical skill is also a prerequisite. And that's talking about this first game right here. This is this game right here is Mass Effect. It just came out, but it's definitely a vivid imagination to create this game. It's a really great game. But the career field of game design originated when Nolan Bushnell designed the first commercially successful video game, Pong, in the early 1970s. He designed the game using text-based commands which were available only in video game arcades at the time. But Bushnell's company Atari hired, it's still around today, hired talented programmers to develop new games and build upon its early success. But Steve Jobs, he actually worked with the Atari, but he went to find Apple Corporation after that, like everyone knows. But these early designers paved the way for the development of games such as Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, and Space Invaders, which featured sound, text, and graphics in the early 1980s. They also raised the bar on the requirements necessary to be a designer. According to Andrew Morks, in the book's Career in Focus, the progression of industry towards more multiplayer games, virtual reality, improved technology in coprocessors, chips, hardware, and basically in persistent worlds, where basically there's a bunch of games, the games are influenced by and they evolve from the player's actions. And a good example of that is a game that actually came out already, is DC Universe. It's a totally it's like the only way you play it is with a bunch of other people, and it's a really cool game. But that quote right there is describing that exactly. But from that point on, the text-based programming skill alone would no longer suffice, and the knowledge of programming languages such as C++ and Java became a necessity to be competitive in the gaming industry. But one advantage that an avid gamer has over a non-gamer when embarking on a path to a career in video game design is that they already have a working knowledge of the various hardware platforms on which to develop games. It's kind of like me, because I know if I wanted to design games, it'd have to be for this. This is the PlayStation 3. I'm sure everyone's seen one before, but that would be where I want to design my games. It's a great system, though. But I had to use it for a visual aid. But the familiarity alone makes it much easier for me to select which educational courses would be most beneficial to achieve the end result of designing for a certain system. But luckily, many universities now offer degree programs specifically designed to train students in programming targeted towards the skills needed to design for platforms such as PlayStation, Xbox, Wii, and computer games. But an excellent resource is the Princeton Review. Their 2012 survey, which included more than 50 questions, covered a wide range of topics, and from academics and faculty credentials to graduates, employment, and career achievements. But the criteria for the Princeton Review school selections covered the quality of the curriculum, the faculties, facilities, and the infrastructure. But according to Joseph Ivino's article in the Princeton Review, the company also factored in data it collected from the schools on their scholarships, financial aid, and career opportunities. The result of their survey, entitled Top Schools to Study Video Game Design for 2012. It listed 50 colleges that offer graduate and undergraduate programs concentrating in game design. But video game design developers are interested in facilitating more intense emotional experiments in their games, including emotional content, arguments from the business case, the perspective of players, and the perspective of designers. But according to Henry Vick from the Journal of Game Development, they're required to instill strong emotional engagement by video game characters and to incorporate synthetic character research and psychological and cognitive science theories. This research shows that coursework, in addition to standard scientific theory, would be beneficial. To ensure a strong background in the social sciences and creative thinking, you should take courses in art, literature, and music, as well as creative technical writing. New development in the industry is still rapid, but it's forecasting continued growth in the career field for years to come. So it's a great way to get a job. But the game studies, the International Journal of Computer Game Research is also an excellent source for current information about the state of gaming and the overall field of game design. But the demand for new games, more sophisticated games, and games to be played on new systems is constantly growing, and more companies will hire trained individuals to create and perfect these products in years to come. So considering this information, the opportunities for talented game designers should be readily available. And after acquiring the skills, a game designer has several options when he begins to seek employment. One option is you can just design a game by yourself, but that's really not, you don't want to do that. So a less risky alternative would be to pursue one of the many mainstream companies who are already employ hundreds of designers to work on extremely detailed games already. So, but considering the educational and employment opportunities available today, the video game design would be a profitable and a satisfying career path for anyone with the interest and the desire to produce amazingly creative work. With proper research, planning, and education, you'll have a good chance of landing a job as a game designer. If you play games as much as I do, you'll be well prepared to make one major sacrifice to achieve this goal. You're gonna have to limit your game playing time. So, but that's my speech. And show my audience again, so we know the deal. All that boring stuff. It's my sister, and that's it. Wow, it was way too long.